Oh brother, I am not ready for my comment section on this video, but you win some, you lose some. So today I'm going to be talking about the top 5 best hand cannons in Destiny 2 with their corresponding god rolls / acceptable rolls to actually have at the moment, in my opinion. Okay, I'm not supposed to give my opinion around here, but this is my opinion. But before we do get into it, if you are new and only if you enjoy the videos, then be sure to subscribe. Also, I stream daily over on twitch.tv/myfi with an underscore at the end. And finally, Discord is live, link in the description. Hopefully that was fast enough for you. Okay, let's get into these hand cannons. So just real quick, some guidelines. They can't be exotic. Okay, that's about it. I will give my favorite exotic hand cannon at the end as kind of a bonus for anyone wondering. So coming in at number 5, we have Midnight COUP, the good old COUP. It is a lightweight frame 150 RPM kinetic hand cannon acquired from the Leviathan raid. Because it is a lightweight frame, you do get increased movement speed with it equipped, but the downside is you can't throw on any mods as it is a year 1 weapon. But because it is a year 1 weapon, well, that means you get static rolls, so you don't have to go hunting for a roll. Everyone gets the same roll, but you do have some options to pick from, but I'm just gonna tell you the best perks to go with. Column 1, extended barrel. Column 2, rampage. And well, column 3, you only really have one option here, so rampage sounds good. This weapon, in my opinion, was peak hand cannon performance, I guess that's the word you could use, in year 1. And even here in year 3, still performs like a beauty, right? This thing still handles perfectly. Rampage and Outlaw are still top tier, and would you look at that, it's a 150 RPM, which are still dominant. To be honest, I guarantee more people would still use this thing if it wasn't for the one downside. Like I said, it cannot equip weapon mods, and with the Rampage nerf that happened a little while back, well, Rampage spec would be perfect and is almost a must-have now for borderline almost any Rampage perk gun. All in all, it's still a great hand cannon. I find myself pulling it out of the vault from time to time for some nice nostalgia and the fact that it is still very viable. Yeah, great overall hand cannon. Love it. Nostalgia. I just like the way it feels. I don't know if that's just me. Now coming in at number 4, and if you're not sitting down, well, you may want to. I'm being serious, like actually sit down. Not Forgotten, or Luna's Howl, whichever one you have, either or. Same thing, same difference. I don't notice a difference, to be honest with you. So if you all have been out to the live streams lately, you know how much I hate this weapon in PvP. Apparently it's god tier on console, but here on PC, I would rather literally use anything, like I'm talking anything else. I hate this weapon in PvP. I think it's absolutely terrible on PC. But PvE is a whole different story in my book. This is a precision frame 150 RPM solar hand cannon acquired from obtaining Legend in the competitive playlist and by doing some other quest along with it. Or if you're on the Luna Howl side, then it's 2100 and doing some quest along with it. If you're trying to get Not Forgotten Luna's Howl, I actually have made a video on those. You can check that out. The perks on Not Forgotten are Extended Barrel in column 1, Accurized Rounds in column 2, Zen Moment in column 3, and Magnificent Howl in column 4. Despite me absolutely hating this thing in PvP, I still carry it in my inventory at all time, as whenever I need hand cannon precision kills for like a PvE bounty or a quest or something, I always just pop this thing out. It has the ability to one-tap most minor enemies to the dome, and majors will go down in about 2 to 4 shots when Magnificent Howl is procced. Especially with majors, just because you can kind of unload 2 rounds into their head, and then you get that Magnificent Howl perk proc, and then you can just kind of shoot their body, or you can just keep shooting their head. Doesn't really matter. I honestly don't know what it is about this weapon in PvE. It just feels crispy and slightly refreshing from the normal everyday 150 and 140 RPM hand cannons. I don't know what it is about 180 recoil like animations, because I know this thing used to be a 180, and when it got dropped down to a 150, it like kept that same recoil animation. I hate that recoil animation. That's probably why I don't like it in PvP, to be honest with you. And in PvE, you know, it's actually usable because it's just usable. So that's why it's making the list. I personally enjoy it. So yeah. Coming in at number 3, we have Nation of Beast, but not any Nation of Beast. I'm talking about the curated one. This is an adaptive frame 140 RPM arc hand cannon acquired from the Last Wish raid. The curated roll, in my opinion, is the best roll that you can get on this hand cannon, with full bore in column 1, light mag in column 2, outlaw in column 3, and dragonfly in column 4. But any random rolled Nation of Beasts can roll with full bore in column 1. Column 2 is a different story, as light mag can only be acquired on the curated roll, but good old accurized rounds can be rolled here, which in my opinion is better than light mag. Column 3, well, like column 1, can roll Outlaw on any Nation of Beast. And finally, column 4 can roll Kill Clip or Rampage, as Dragonfly is a curated only perk. I'm going to keep it real here. 50% of the reason I even run this thing and I don't dismantle it for the shader like my stream keeps telling me to is because it reminds me so much of Fatebringer. Am I the only one here? Full Bore is the best hand cannon perk in the game on PC. Outlaw is such a simple and easy perk to keep up. And well, Dragonfly is fantastic for clearing large groups of red bars that are all kind of just crowding around together. And then if you throw in a Dragonfly spec, well, it gets extra spicy. I just find myself using this thing a lot ever since I finally got the curated roll about a month ago. If you don't have the curated roll, but have some of the other perks I mentioned above, then definitely give this thing a shot, as I feel you will not be disappointed. For real, am I the only one that thinks this is a Fatebringer? Honestly, that's probably the only reason I'm actually using it. You're lucky I didn't put this at number 1 because I loved my Fatebringer. At number 2, we have Kindled Orchid. This is an adaptive frame 140 RPM hand cannon that can be acquired from 801 through farmable bounties. There is a curated roll for this weapon, but unlike Nation of Beast, you can get all the perks on the curated roll by just getting lucky with a random roll. In column 1, we are looking for either full bore if you're on PC, or hammer forged if you're on console, or if you're just scared of recoil on PC, right? Be a big boy and grab some full bore if you're on PC. Consoles, you're excluded, all right? Column 2, drop mag, which will pair nicely with the perks in column 3 and 4, or accurized rounds just for some extra range. Now for the big boy columns. Column 3, kill clip, that's what you want. Column 4, rampage, that's what you want. Yeah, that's right, 2 top tier damage perks on the same weapon. With this roll, you were able to one tap to the body all minor red bars with rampage and kill clip active, but you can also one tap to the dome most red bar majors with rampage ×3 and kill clip active. This thing hits as hard as it sounds. Like seriously, have you heard how just like powerful this thing sounds when it shoots? I am still chasing this roll that I just mentioned, and it's been over a year. So good luck, and if anyone actually has this roll, well, let me know because I feel like being jealous. And at number 1, well, it pains me to put this here as you already know what it is. In fact, your grandmother probably knows what it is. Like, I would much rather put the Season of Dawn Old Fashioned here if I could, because man, I've been having fun with that thing in PvP. But sadly I can't. So you already know what it is. Spare Rations. Woo! This is a lightweight frame 150 RPM kinetic hand cannon that can be acquired from Gambit Prime or the Reckoning during certain weeks, which honestly the Reckoning is a much better way to go about getting one of these. The curated roll is completely terrible, so we're just going to pretend it doesn't exist. Column 1, we're looking for hammer forged rifling, corkscrew rifling, or the big boy full bore. Column 2 is ricochet rounds, light mag, or high caliber rounds. Column 3 is rapid hit or snapshot sights. And finally, column 4, and my god, there are so many good ones. So we're just going to start naming off top tier perks. Swashbuckler, multi-kill clip, rampage, or kill clip. Like I said, all top tier perks, and you can't go wrong with any of them. So yeah, there's a ton of amazing perk combination options, and not to mention it's a lightweight frame, so you also get a movement speed buff for just having it equipped. But my god roll, which I do have, and I flex it all the time on stream for the memes because I got it from Gambit Prime, is high caliber rounds, rapid hit, and kill clip. Spare Rations right now is to every PvP player what that weird rock is to Eris Morn. Literally never leaves their hands. If you don't have a Spare Rations, then go out and get one, as the chance of you getting a decent roll is very high due to the fantastic perk pool, especially in column 4. I don't think I've ever rolled a Spare Rations that didn't have a great column 4 perk. I'm pretty sure that's borderline almost impossible. There is nothing more to say about this gun. Next. Now for the exotic. I got Ace of Spades all day, hands down. This is a 140 RPM kinetic semi-truck. The perks are, well, no one cares about the boring perks, so let's get into the not boring perks. In column 3, we have Firefly, which only appears on this weapon as far as I know, and it states, precision kills increase reload speed and cause the target to explode, dealing solar damage. And then the exotic perk is Memento Mori, which states, after getting a kill and reloading, you load a few extra damage bullets into the mag and also grants radar when you ADS. I don't know what it means when it says a few extra bullets, as when I get Memento Mori, it feels like every shot I take from downtown hits like a truck. I'm not kidding. Like, I swear I don't think it loads a few bullets. I think it loads the entire mag full of just extra damage, extra range bullets. I just love Ace, and maybe it's because I miss Cade or because this thing just slaps once you proc Moray, but whatever it is, I always just keep going back to it whenever I feel like rocking an exotic. And there we go. For anyone that made it past me putting Not Forgotten at number 4, well, congrats. And be sure to let me know what your top 5 hand cannons are right now. If you did enjoy the video, then be sure to drop a like, and I will catch you all in the next one. Peace.